Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my channel for your new moon in Libra holistic readings for the month of October. The new moon cycle covers October 18th through to November 18th. So that's your new moon cycle that we're going to be covering with this reading. Thank you so much for all of those who have liked and shared the videos and who have subscribed to my channel. I am hoping to hit the 5,000 subscriber mark for this month. So if you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And once I do hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll be offering a special, which would be a 5-card reading for $5. So I'll be doing that. Keep an eye on the channel to see when we do hit 5,000. And once we do that, I'll be opening it up on my website for you to order a 5-card reading for $5. All right, as a thank you to all my subscribers. This particular reading is going to be all about love and romance, relationships. The moon is in Libra, the sign of relationships, and Jupiter has just moved into the sign of Scorpio, which is about passionate involvements, about deep emotional connections. So we're going to be taking a look at what is the energy for the sign of Scorpio for this new moon cycle, okay? Let me go ahead. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so I'm going to do a 7-card reading, and then I'm going to pull a oracle card from the Tao Oracle deck. I'm using the Zombie Tarot deck. It's a real fun deck, but it has a lot of deep meaning to the images here, and that's going to be, as a shout out to Halloween. So here we go. For the sign of Scorpio, we have the Star in the recent past. We have the 4 of Wands in the current position. We have the Page of Pentacles in the near future. We have the Ace of Wands crowning. We have the 7 of Swords in the area that refers to other people in your life, their influence on you. We have the 6 of Cups in the obstacles area, and we have the Fool in the outcome. At the base of the deck, we have the World card, okay? All right, I'm just going to rearrange these cards here so that you can see them all. Put them in a little circle here. All right. And I'm going to pull one card from the Tao Oracle to see what your Oracle card is for the sign of Scorpio for this new moon cycle. What is the Oracle card message for the sign of Scorpio? Okay, the clinging. All right, so this is a really cool card to get for this really relationship-oriented, love-oriented, connection-oriented cycle that we're in this month. The clinging talks about passion and connecting with someone. It's about devotion. There's fire here. There is, the vibe of that all-consuming, all-passionate connection that really changes your life. But that is not just a physical connection, but is also based on a spiritual a spiritual link with another person. So I do feel that this particular period with Jupiter moving into your sign and now occupying your sign for the next year, there is going to be a tremendous opportunity for you as a Scorpio to expand your life on many, many levels, okay? When Jupiter is in your sign, it's one of the luckiest years of your life. So last year was an extremely fortunate year for the sign of Libra. Hopefully all of my Libras took advantage of that year. Now with Jupiter moving into Scorpio for the next year, you kind of have the force with you, okay? So any area of your life is going to benefit from Jupiter in your sign, whether it is your emotional life, your spirituality, your financial situation, because Jupiter is the bringer of gifts and windfalls and blessings. But if we're focusing on relationships here, often when Jupiter is in your sign, you will make a soulmate connection. Many many people, when Jupiter moves into their sign, find that during that year period, they find a life partner, or they meet or reunite with a life partner. Okay, so this is a very powerful way to set this period off for you, talking about illumination. And so many of you may find that you are gaining a better understanding of what it is in your life that you need, and who it is in your life that you need to make you feel fulfilled. And so it's not just about physical connection, it's not just about sex, it's not just about superficial connecting here. We're talking about the kind of connection that changes your life, that transforms your life, that once you meet a person, it completely changes the landscape of your life from how it was before this person moved into your sphere, into your radar. Okay, so let's see what the cards here are talking about. So the star here is in the recent past, and with the star here, I feel that there could be the connection to an Aquarian person. Aquarian influence is strong there. But there is also, when I see the star coming up, there is the feeling that you are being guided kind of by forces greater than you. So definitely, if we're talking about a romantic situation or your emotional life, understand that the universe has your back, and you may be experiencing, or you may have experienced situations that were kind of synchronistic. Okay, meeting people unexpectedly that were that really resonated with you, or timing being a majorly important situation here. Now, another significant meaning of the star is always relates to me to astrological influences, to divine influences. So when we're talking about timing, we're also talking about the influence of planetary movement. So this star for you coming into this period, the recent past, directly relates to that transit of Jupiter into your sign, Scorpio. So when I talk about the universe having your back, it's a tangible thing when we're referring to a planet like Jupiter, the planet of luck, now being in your sign and putting you in the starring role, let's say, for the next year, as far as big things happening that can expand your life on many, many levels, and putting you kind of in the catbird seat, where whatever you really concentrate your energies on, the universe is going to have that force behind you. Whatever Jupiter touches, it expands, it grows, it brings luck. It's the planet of luck. It's the biggest planet. So when it's directly in our sign, we have all of that influence behind us. So here you are with the star here, which is the indication of that transit in moving into the sign of Scorpio. Now, what's on you right now is the Four of Wands reversed. And the Four of Wands reversed directly correlates with the World card here. I'm going to slide this down a little bit because there's a bit of a glare. The Four of Wands is a conclusion card for me. So it is being in the process, when it's reversed, being in the process of wrapping something up, wrapping up some cycle. But it's a really positive card, whether it comes up right side up or upside down, because it talks about a period of your life of stability. It could be a stable home life, family life, relationship situation, that even if there are delays, even if there are, some things that are not yet in place, you're really in a cycle of stability, a cycle of emotional satisfaction. Some of you may be in the process of moving or making some kind of changes in your domestic situation. So if you are with a partner, you may be trying to decide if you're going to stay where you currently are living. Some of you may be contemplating moving in with a partner. Changing home, buying a home, changing your apartment. changing your home base in order to kind of stabilize a relationship situation. Many of you may be talking about getting married, talking about getting engaged, making plans perhaps for a wedding or for an engagement. So that energy is over you right now, and with Jupiter in your sign, again, this is a positive period for for moving things forward with a lot of good energy behind you. You may experience some delays in resolving your home situation or your residential situation, but don't worry about that, because even if there's a delay, know that there is a reason for it and that you still have good energy around you. It may not be the perfect time for you to move yet, or it may not be the perfect location that you're supposed to be at or in. So have faith that the universe is bringing you towards whatever that stable foundation is that you need to be moving towards. Okay, so this particular month you may find delays there, but don't worry about that, because as I said, you have really good energy behind you. What is coming into you is the Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Hazards here is what in the Zombie Tarot. And the pages talk about information coming in, good news about financial situations, good news perhaps about your children if you have children. The Page of Pentacles is specifically news about stability and about finances. Some of you may be receiving a job offer that could influence your romantic life. Perhaps this delay in a move is because you've applied for new positions, new jobs, and you're waiting to see if that is going to come through for you in order to give you more of a financial financial benefit, more financially stable situation, so you can afford a better place or a bigger place. So it looks like that is coming through to you. And again, Jupiter brings financial blessings as well. So, there could be news coming through, phone call, email, some kind of communication about monies coming through to you. It could be a grant or a loan that you've applied for. It could be a raise as far as your current job situation, or it could be a new job that is going to increase your financial income, and that's going to have a good positive influence over your relationship situation as well. Okay, now crowning you in the advice area is the Ace of Wands. And so the Ace of Wands is always a positive card for me, but when it comes reversed, often that talks about delays in situations. So I really feel as though you are wanting very much to move forward. You're wanting to get the ball rolling. You're wanting to jump into this new life. You feel this surge of energy with that Jupiter in your sign. But there are some reasons for delay. So the Ace of Wands reversed and the Four of Wands reversed are very similar energies for me, in that you want a sense of completion. You want a sense of being able to move forward and to, initiate action and initiate changes. But for some reason, there is a delay. There's a need to hold back. There's a need to wait on changes to come. So allow yourself to be patient, to know that there is a reason for any setbacks that you might be experiencing this month. Now, coming into, we're talking about the influence of a loved one around you, or influence of a partner. We have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card that has a lot of different meanings depending on the context that it falls in a reading. So often, you see the Seven of Swords and you think immediately, oh, well, there's some kind of underhanded situation or something going on behind the scenes, or, someone's trying to sneak away. But you really have to read the Seven of Swords in the context of the reading. Now, in general, I feel that this is a very positive reading for you, Scorpios, and that no matter what is going on in your life, you have protection. Again, Jupiter is the great benefic, so it grants you protection over all areas of your life when it's in your sign. So I do feel that the Seven of Swords here is coming up as a different meaning than what we would usually see, in that there are plans that are being made. So often the Seven of Swords talks about strategy and being at the drawing board, and a lot of mental activity and a lot of things going on behind the scenes in order to eventually be brought out into the open. So with this card falling in the area that has to do with your partner, or the influence of someone external to you, I feel that it could be a situation where you have to kind of hold back and wait on what it is that your partner is planning. This person, if this person is in your life, they may have plans of their own that they're trying to implement. They may have they may be sitting down making up a life strategy for themselves that is going to also influence you. So I think it's going to be very important for you to have a conversation with anyone who's in your life right now, to see what's going on, what is going on in the background for them. They may have certain goals, certain things that they want to achieve. And it's going to be important for you, if you are in a relationship now, to move forward as a couple, to move forward together in order to reach your goals. Now, if you don't know what the other side is planning or thinking about or strategizing or, putting together, then you really only have half of the information. So it's going to be important for you to really kind of sit down and pick your partner's brain, or, ask the questions. Are we moving in the same direction? Do we have the same view? Do we have the same goals, that we're moving towards together? There may be a need for you to kind of allow things to flow and allow the energies to kind of develop before you try and make aggressive action forward in this month. You may have to kind of wait on your partner and see what's going on for them. There may be things that they're dealing with that you're not particularly aware of right now. So it could be important for you to see what's going on, in their life and behind the scenes. Also, I do feel that one thing here that could be an obstacle is that you may be caught up in some way in an old way of doing things, or there's some connection to the past that needs to be let go of. So for you, it's possibly a connection to a past relationship. It could also be your partner's connection to a past situation. With the pages here, the Page of Pentacles here, and the Six of Cups, the influence of children could be very strong, either your own or your partner's, and or the children you have together, perhaps. So there may be a delay here in setting plans into motion because there are considerations about about children that have to be prioritized, and that's kind of coming up in the obstacle area. But I wouldn't necessarily see that as an obstacle, more than seeing it as something that needs to be taken into consideration before you can kind of move energy forward this month. Okay, so again, some connection to home, family, the past, children, or again, there may be some connections to past partners, perhaps past spouses, on either or both of your sides, that need to be resolved. Things that from the past that need to be resolved before you can actually move forward. So communication is going to be very important here. If you are not in a long-term relationship here, and if you are a single Scorpio, you may be finding that you're having trouble moving forward as far as meeting the right person or connecting with the person that you're trying to reach out to. So there may be a strong connection there. There may be someone that you have a very strong focus who has kind of ignited your attention and ignited your passion, but you're not able to kind of move forward and get things going with that person because there may be, as I said, some connection to the past on your side or on their side that needs to be completed. And with the world here, we're talking about the end of a cycle, reaching a stage, reaching a conclusion, reaching the end of some level of life cycle here before you can actually move forward. All right, so think about where that applies to you, if it is in your own life, or it could also be the person that you're dealing with, where we need to make a break or close out a past situation in order to be able to move forward. And until that situation is resolved, that Ace of Wands energy is here, but it's reversed. So the connection is there, but there are delays. There may be obstacles that need to be overcome or resolved before you can make positive move forward, or start making progress or seeing progress toward that person or in that relationship. In the outcome here, towards the end of this cycle, well, let me just go back here through the Page of Pentacles. So that information that I'm giving you about potential job offers, about potential financial situations coming through, we're talking about the first 2 weeks of that cycle. So that would be, say, the second week of November. So look out around, say, perhaps November 9th or 10th for some kind of information coming through that is going to be beneficial financial, or even beneficial as far as if there are children involved here, some news for support coming through, finances in relation to children, maybe tuition or some kind of grants or scholarships. As we move forward through the cycle toward the end, toward the new moon in November, on the 18th, which is also going to be your yearly new moon, we have the Fool here. And the Fool is a wonderful indication of being ready to take a risk, being ready to move forward, being ready to kind of jump off that cliff and new beginnings. So where the Ace of Wands is reversed here, I do see as the month progresses, you moving forward to get to the bottom of what may be going on behind the scenes here with a partner, or clearing away past energies that are connected to the past, and then clearing all that out so that the world, you're coming to the end, you're resolving this phase, and you are stepping off into a new phase emotionally or generally in your life. And then you have the Fool here, which is that brand new beginning. So it's fascinating because you have the World here, which is at the base of the reading, which is the end of a cycle, and then excuse me, You have the Fool, which is the beginnings of a brand new cycle for you, okay? So, and this is preparing you for that new moon in your sign in Scorpio on November 18th. So really good energies here for you. Scorpio. I'm going to just take 3 cards here on that Seven of Swords because I want to get a little more information about what this Seven of Swords energy is with the external influences. So either the person that you're focused on, or the person that you're currently involved with, or someone coming in to the situation, coming into your life. What's the energies on the Seven of Swords? I have 3 cards on the Seven of Swords for Scorpio. All right, we have the Six of Wands, which is good news coming through, victory. We have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Tower. Wow. Okay, so interesting, because what this indicates for me is that there's going to be a major clearing away of confusion for you. Okay, so the Six of Wands talking about good news coming through, and victory. The Seven of Cups is that kind of a veil of confusion, but the Tower there clarifying, breaking that away, clearing all of that away so that there's clarity, so that you are not, there is no illusion here as to, if a person is for you, or if that situation is going to move into a positive area of progress for you. So definitely there's victory in clearing away confusion here, and absolutely, the Tower coming in, shaking things up, clearing away all of the confusion and the dust settling. And once that dust settles, you have a more a better understanding of where you stand with whoever this is in your life. It will either clear away a situation that is not for you, or it will bring greater clarity to your connection with that person, and what their desires are, what their dreams are, what their goals are, and how they are going to be affecting your life going forward, and involved in your life going forward. Okay, Scorpio, so really a great reading here. A lot of, blessing here from the planet Jupiter, and it's going to be great to watch and see how that develops in your life as this year continues on. So thank you so much. This is your reading. I hope that it resonated for you. Please like and share this video if it did, and please subscribe so I can get to that 5,000 subscriber mark and open up the readings, 5 cards for $5 for the rest of October and the month of November. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.